Hey there, wild ones. Welcome or welcome back to that Wild Spark YouTube channel. Kat here with a new timeless collective reading, meaning no matter when you come across this message and it resonates with you, it is for you. All of the messages on this channel are love messages. They are for all the signs, all the people, all the time. So no matter what sign you are, no matter when you come across this, if you are wondering about love and you are pulled into this message, it's probably for you. I do hope that you are having a fabulous morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and that life has been treating you with immense kindness. All right, let's go ahead and jump in and to see what is coming through for you for this love message, wild ones. Let's see. Ooh, feeling neglected. Okay, either you're feeling neglected or the person you came to this message for. Secrets. Got neglected. You've got secrets. Let's see. Ooh, got quite a few coming through here. Let's check it out. You've got regret, guilty, and confusion. Dang. You do have a new chapter at the bottom of the deck, though. It feels like your person or the person that you came to this message for has been feeling neglected, okay? Or they feel like they've neglected you. I failed to give you what you need, okay? So this energy of not showing up in the capacity, in the way, in the space that they knew they could and potentially knew that you would need, okay? And reverse this energy, right? It does say I, so there's a potential. Reverse this energy if needed because it does say I. So it could be that they knew, it could be that you knew, however this comes through, wild ones, there is that energy of neglecting, not showing up in a way, in a space, in a energy that you knew that they knew was needed. Okay? And it feels like it just feels like it's like, I don't know if this is like paint coming off the walls as somebody waited for the other person to show up. This is what it feels like, though, that somebody, you or they, were waiting for the other to show up, to give you what you needed, to give them what they needed, to be a part in the way that potentially at some point in time the two of you may have discussed being a part in each other's lives, and how kind of made a commitment or made a pact or had even for some, an unspoken understanding or knowing. And then it was like watching paint dry or watching paint peel, crack, come off, waiting for that actually to come to fruition. So this feels like a very heavy, a very hard, a very difficult message that's coming through here. There were secrets. I haven't told you everything. So secrets were being kept. With that is regret. Okay. So it just feels like there's a potential that there was a third party. Okay. Because here you have these secrets, haven't told you everything, and then regret. I wish this never happened. So you see, you have these two kind of coming together, and you have the regret over on the side. It feels like there was a third party. It feels like this person, or you, wild ones. Again, I'm going to stick with they, but take it as it resonates. If you are the one that is in that space or in that place, okay? It feels very much like they had somebody or something on the side that they were keeping secret from you. Third parties can come up in many different ways, but it feels like it's something that you didn't know, and that potentially it is another person, just because the way these cards are coming through. They regret it. They wish it didn't happen. But part of it, if I'm being honest with the energy that's coming through here, wild ones, is they regret that you found out. Oh, see, that's where that dang kind of energy is coming through. They regret it. They wish it never happened. But the part that some of you, not all of you, but some of you, in your case, for some of you, they wanted it to stay secret, right? They wanted you not to know, and they regret that you found out. Oh, I'm so sorry. And there's that neglected energy because they were doing other things. They had other things going on. They do have a guilty conscience. I feel pain from the damage I have caused. They do have a guilty conscience. They do feel bad for what they have done. But again, For some of you, very rare or very small percentage. Okay, it's not going to be a lot of you that have. They're upset that you found out. Okay, they are upset. They feel guilty. They know that you were kind of that shiny highlight, and now they feel like they have destroyed that, and they probably have, right? I mean, they feel pain for the damage they caused, but are they understanding and seeing and feeling the pain that you're feeling? Okay, because this feels very much like it's very much about me here. Okay, this is what I want you to notice. This has come through in other messages, but every single one of these says I, I, I. So if you have been feeling that neglected energy, it's because you haven't really been in the equation. It feels like they have very much been about themselves and how they feel, how they are doing things, how all of the things is how this is coming through here, wild ones. They haven't had you in the equation. Okay, confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand. Really? Really? So again, this is coming back to them. Flip the energy if it resonates for you as yours, but wild ones, they feel very unclear about where you stand. There's confusion after all of this. And it feels like it's self-inflicted pain, self-inflicted kind of regret, self-inflicted confusion. Okay. Where are you? Again, where are you in this? They know that they failed to give you what they were in that space where they were doing everything for themselves. It feels very much. So now it feels like you are in a space. I'm trying to move on. This is you. It feels very much like you are in a space of a new chapter. Like you're like, you know what? You're unclear, confused, you're feeling guilty, you have regret, you've been holding secrets, you've been neglecting. So now I'm into the space of a new chapter. I'm trying to move on. I'm ready to have fireworks, to have that loving energy, to have that feeling of being connected, of being respected, of being thought about, of being right, of being kind of first up when somebody makes a decision or somebody asks what I want to do, or where this is where your energy feels like it is here, wild ones. You feel very much like you are ready to move on or trying to move on. You're ready for that new chapter. So you feel unclear. they feel unclear about where you stand and that sort of thing. But it feels like there is very much clarity on your part here, wild ones, based on all of the information that has come through here. If they're feeling unclear, it's because they created that through the guilt, through the regret, through the secrets, through the neglect, potential third party, right? They created that. Now it feels like you're very much on like, light bulb, right? Fireworks going off, understanding, seeing that it's time for a new chapter for you that they don't get to be a part of potentially. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a few handwritten messages before we close this off. This one is a difficult one, but yet at the same time, when you see it right for what it is, when you are open to hearing, when you really have that clarity and the fireworks go off or the light bulb goes off or whatever, then you begin to move on. Okay. I don't want to be rejected. And I feel like that's very much true for them. They don't want to be rejected. They just want somebody who's going to be there, show up and be a yes person. But at the same time, they're not giving much. So why is it that, hopefully you get what's come through there. They don't want to be rejected. I am sad without you. I'm so sad without you. See, they are sad without you, but they have to think about the fact that they created that situation, okay? They don't want to be rejected. They just wanted you to show up and be there for them when they showed up there for you, which was very rarely, okay? And this person's name could be Bruce or your name could be Bruce. Take it as it resonates, okay? They don't want to be rejected. They're so sad without you. And yet, this is what you get. Neglected, secrets, regret, guilt, confusion, right? It's just time. You already know, okay? You already know that your new chapter is there. It's time to move on, okay? So if you were called into this, there was something in this that you definitely needed to hear. for more of that clarity, more of that confusion, more of that clarity, more of that understanding, know more, or hoping to overcome that confusion. Okay, I'll leave it there. I hope it resonated. See you in the next one.